Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here with you in this amazing event. I am Patricia Fraga. I am the founder and Chief Happiness Officer at Abayomi and the Executive Director at Abayomi Academy. I will be talking with you today about the Abayomi methodology, being happy in addition to being smart. And this topic is totally related to smart cities and happy citizens. I am an architect and urban planner, and I have been studying happiness in the environment for more than 20 years. In the past, we didn't call it happiness. In my PhD, I study the use and motivations in urban public parks. But in fact, I was studying people's happiness in urban parks. The science of happiness and the positive psychology will be addressed in this event by other speakers, each one in their own area of expertise. The Abayomi methodology observes the happiness that could be promoted through the environment, the happiness that cities could promote to their citizens. And when we talk about cities, we are talking about all the spaces or the places that we have in the cities. It could be homes, workplaces, urban spaces, open spaces, every place that people use in their daily life or in their cities. And mainly, we observe the people who use this space and the city. It is necessary to pay attention to individual happiness, to support individual happiness, to support people to find their own happiness. Knowing that happiness is something subjective, it's something personal. The Abayomi methodology goes beyond this individual happiness. The Abayomi methodology considers some dimensions that are related to almost all the spaces, the environments that we find in our cities. These dimensions can be measured and could have different type of measures, considering the person, consider the culture, consider their wishes. But these dimensions, they are present in almost all the environments that we analyze. If I ask you to close your eyes and imagine that place where you are happy just because you are there, which place is that? Where do you like to go to disconnect to your daily life stress? Where do you plan to go when you are not feeling emotional so well? What characteristics these places have? Are they related to the nature? Are they places where you are with loved ones, with your family and friends? Do you feel safe? Is it a simple, cozy place where you feel comfortable? Where you can practice your favorite hobby? Any special corner of your home or workplace that just for being there, your mood already improves? Somewhere that holds an affective memory, which brings you memory sensations, activate your mind for gratitude, for positive things, is anywhere that has such an energy that it seems that it is a magic place. So here we are talking about individual happiness, about your own happiness. If you analyze each of these spaces that you were thinking about now, you see that maybe they have some characteristics in common. Which characteristics are that? We are talking about individual happiness, but the Abayomi methodology considers the collective happiness. Are we collective happy? What do you think that citizens all over the world are struggling nowadays in their urban environments. We are facing a lot of challenge, and these challenges we cannot analyze and overcome alone. We are in a moment that we need to work together for everyone's happiness, for everyone's health. Let's analyze these charts here. Of course, we need to observe that the data were before 2020 and everything is different nowadays. But take a look in the first chart that presents the smartest cities in the world from 2015 to 2019. Now, take a look in the second chart that shows the happiest country in the world in the same period. Why the smartest cities are not in the happiest countries? And why the happiest countries do not have the smartest cities? We need to work on that for our cities, for our countries, and most of all, for our citizens. The Abayomi methodology has the citizen in the center of its design and consider 5 dimensions that are related to every living space. We consider the physical and digital space, and nowadays we talk a lot of digital space. We consider governance and management, health and well-being, communication, and human relations. The methodology was created after a deep analysis of innumerable research and theories that we can find in different countries, organizations, and cultures, both for happiness and smart cities. We consider smart cities indicators. These indicators here, they are present in the Abayomi methodology and some of our dimensions. We also consider some indicators presented in the gross national happiness that we learned from Bhutan. So we relate to happiness indicators present in different theories. I would like to highlight here that community vitality and the presence of nature appear in several studies, including our own studies, as 2 of the strongest indicators of happiness in the environment. This word cloud was made last year in 2019 after some surveys that we did with people from 7 countries, different cities, and different characteristics. And what we observed is the words related to happiness, they are almost the same in every survey that we did. No matter if it was with college students from Brazil or college students from the United States, a neighborhood in Europe. So we have almost the same words. So we are human beings, and as human beings, we have almost the same life needs, and happiness are related to these words. Do you agree? Do you believe that for your own happiness, you need some of these words that are here? Do you agree that for the collective happiness, we also need to work in some of these words, some of these values? The Abayomi methodology considers the citizen in the center, and the dimensions are related to this citizen. But we also know that we don't live alone. Even if we are in our own house, if we have family, if we live with our family, if we work with other people, if we live in a community, we are always relating ourselves with others. And these dimensions are related to these other people too. And we need to organize and to work so everyone could have their own happiness and work for the collective happiness. So I bring here some examples of smart and happy environments. A smart and happy environment is an environment, it's a place that make the smart use of available resources and technology, as well as promote the happiness of its users. If we can use natural resources and if we can promote people's health, we are working for a smart and happy environment. This is an example that I like a lot. It's from the beautiful hospital, from the architect William Schlein. And this is a hospital room. It's not the kind of room that we are used to see in hospitals. It's different, right? And here we observe smart constructions, the use of natural resources. Look at the presence of nature, the difference that it makes with the happiness sensations that we feel in this room. And of course, it considers the patient, it considers the family, it uses the technology, and it intends to also help to improve patients' health. And this other example, it was not in 2020, but nowadays we are seeing that restaurants and many places in the cities, they are trying to improve the use of the outside, the outdoors. Here we see that we use natural resources, we can promote cultural diversity, we promote cities life, we promote cities for people, and also we work with the community vitality. And when we have people using the space, when we have city life, we also improve security, and we also improve health and other elements. So talking about security, this is also an indicator that is important to consider a happy place, because when we feel safe, it's easier to feel happy. And it's important to work for public security, smart solutions that could help work city for people, and community vitality, as when we see here the neighborhood watch area. The use of urban and green spaces in cities, it's also very important. Moreover, in this pandemic time, where people need to be in social distance and to be in open spaces. Using the open spaces, we work cultural diversity, we promote city life, we promote city for people, we improves community vitality, and also we works with the environment awareness. Here we see some other examples of community vitality, social inclusion, health promotions, encouraging talents, education. Voluntarism is something that it's important for our own happiness, and the science of the happiness talks about that, but it is also really important for the collective happiness. We believe that we can only be fully happy in the collective. We cannot be fully happy alone. And in this pandemic time, we understand very well. This is our book that will be released soon. And these ideas about smart cities and happy citizens or happy cities connections and convergences are written in this book. And also we talk about the Abayomi methodology, and we explain how do we work with that, how it can improve the smart cities and people's happiness. This is a sentence from a Brazilian writer, and I believe that it summarizes almost everything that I was talking here. How different would architecture be if architects knew the mysteries of the soul too? Thank you very much for your time, for your attention in this presentation, and enjoy the rest of the event, the rest of the day. These are all contacts if you want to follow us